Instructor presence is really how you show up and engage within your online classroom. We have a lot of tools within our online classroom that we can use to show a greater sense of presence for our students. Our students often translate instructor presence to what we call the professor care factor. That's how they internalize your presence, is they kind of gauge by the type of presence that you have how much you care about the class. Believe it or not, we even have an infographic called the Professor Care Factor, because that is often what they do. So there are several tools to do this, and the first one we're going to talk about briefly is respond to discussions. We're going to go in deeper when we connect with this module here, but when you respond to discussions, if you look at your LAPU instructor expectations, it says respond to a minimum of 25% of the initial student posts on average each week. That is one way to engage and create a positive presence. How we do that, we're going to look in more deeply here as we look in the discussion response framework. Providing feedback. How you provide feedback, we're going to dive in really deep here on different ways and techniques that you can engage with your students while providing feedback. But as we look at our instructor expectations, we can also see that returns graded assignments by 11:59 on Friday. So they turn in their big assignments on Mondays. They have an expectation of Friday getting them back, and by us being prompt and quick with returning grades and giving feedback, it shows a greater sense of presence or caring as they internalize that. There's also other ways to do that. Another big way of doing that is in your announcements. A couple things about announcements: just be specific on what the content is. It's very easy to ramble, so stay focused in your announcements. Do multiple announcements if you have different things to share. And there's different types of announcements. There are review type, where you just go over basic information again, or you can even do weekly reviews, talk about some key points that came up during the week, even fold in some discussion comments from students within those announcements. You can have reminder announcements, just giving a friendly reminders that an assignment is due, things like that. Important topic or content reminders, or not reminders, but important topic or content kind of reviews or updates, or giving your experience about it. Another one is sharing your experience. And then you can share a story as well, and you can share a faith story. So remember, announcements don't have to typically be just information flows. Like, here is an example of an announcement that I use. I call it How I Made It Through Grad School, and I tell everybody how I made it through grad school and what I learned, because it's not a simple process where you just go to school and you graduate. We all have our different stories, so by sharing my story, I hope to relate to our students and let them know that, yeah, they can overcome stuff as well. So there's multiple ways to engage with discussions. This is just one way. I know you probably have many other thoughts about how to engage with announcements and create that better instructor presence. And one way that the setup that you can follow is Sunday night or Monday morning, post a quick overview for the week with statements of why the material is important. Tuesday or Wednesday, just do a check-in announcement, generally a story about why the content is important to you, or a personal lessons learned type of story. Friday, just a reminder announcement of what is coming due. And then you can also use an explanatory announcement for important content if there's something that you deem you want to give more detail to in that week. And if you use video, keep in mind to keep it less than 6 minutes and stay concise with what you are trying to come across with. You can also embed that video, or you can put it on the professor channel. So we will connect with how to do that on another topic later.